tell you, though, there's been protesters killed in Iran. You said we were locked and loaded, ready to go. What is the line there for when the U.S. is going to get involved in those protests?
We'll take a look. We're watching it very closely. If they start killing people like they have in the past, I think they're going to get hit very hard by the United States.
As President Donald Trump issues a stark warning to Tehran, threatening harsh U.S. action if Iranian authorities continue killing protesters. New intelligence suggests Iran's supreme leader may already be preparing an escape. According to an intelligence report shared with The Times, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has a contingency plan to flee Iran if unrest overwhelms his grip on power. The 86-year-old leader is said to be ready to leave Tehran with a tightly controlled inner circle of up to 20 aides and family members, including his son and designated heir, Mojtaba Khamenei, if security forces begin to desert, defect, or refuse orders. Intelligence sources say the destination would be Moscow. Former Israeli intelligence officer Benny Sabti told The Times there is effectively no other place for Khamenei to go, citing his admiration for Russian President Vladimir Putin and the deep political ties between Tehran and Moscow. The escape plan is reportedly modeled on the flight of Syria's former leader Bashar al-Assad, who fled Damascus to Russia in December 2024 as opposition forces closed in on the capital. Sources say the plan includes pre-arranged exit routes, the movement of assets abroad, and access to cash and overseas properties to ensure a rapid departure if the regime begins to fracture. Khamenei is believed to control a vast financial empire through opaque semi-state foundations, including Setad, an organization Reuters estimated in 2013 to be worth as much as $95 billion. Many of his closest allies already have family members living overseas, including in the United States, Canada, and Dubai. The revelations come as protests spread across Iran for a second week, driven by economic collapse, soaring inflation, and rising public anger. Demonstrations have erupted in multiple cities, including the holy city of Qom, with protesters accusing security forces of using live fire, tear gas, and water cannons to suppress dissent. Those forces, the Revolutionary Guard, Basij militia, police, and the army all report directly to Khamenei, who remains the ultimate authority in the Islamic Republic. But Western intelligence assessments suggest the supreme leader is increasingly fragile. The same profile describes Khamenei as mentally and physically weakened since last year's 12-day war with Israel, a conflict that decimated key Iranian-aligned forces across the region. During that war, Khamenei reportedly spent days in an underground bunker, avoiding the fate of senior Revolutionary Guard commanders killed in Israel's strikes, reinforcing what analysts describe as a deep obsession with survival. He has rarely appeared in public since, and notably has remained silent during the latest wave of protests. Despite his rigid ideology, intelligence officials describe Khamenei as pragmatic, willing to make tactical retreats to preserve the regime above all else. Born in 1939 in Mashhad, Khamenei rose from revolutionary activist to president and ultimately to supreme leader, despite lacking the traditional clerical credentials required for the role. A failed assassination attempt in 1981 left him permanently injured, an event analysts say cemented his belief in a divine mission to rule. That mission expanded beyond Iran's borders, fueling decades of investment in armed allies across the Middle East, from Hezbollah and Hamas to militias in Iraq, Syria, and Yemen. But the collapse of those fronts and the economic toll at home has turned public anger inward. One chant, now echoing across Iranian streets, captures the shift. No to Gaza. No to Lebanon. I give my life for Iran only. As Washington sharpens its warnings and unrest continues to build, the question facing Iran's supreme leader may no longer be whether he can hold on to power, but whether he will be forced to run. We talk to the protesters. The officials should talk to the protesters, but talking to rioters is useless. Rioters need to be pushed back. The bazaar activists and merchants are among the most loyal segments of the country to the Islamic system and the Islamic Revolution. We know the bazaar well. One cannot confront the Islamic Republic and the Islamic system under the name of the bazaar and bazaar merchants. These gatherings were mainly by the merchants, but their objection was correct. I heard it on television and at work, saw it in the calculations. When a merchant takes a look at the country's financial situation, the devaluation of the country's currency, the instability of the national currency and foreign currency, which causes the business environment to be unstable, says, "I can't do business anymore," he is right. The rise in the price of foreign currency, the uncontrolled increase in foreign currency prices, and the instability, going up and down, so that merchants don't know what to do, this is not natural. It's the enemy's doing. Of course, it must be stopped with various measures. They are trying, both the president and other heads of branches and some other officials are trying to fix this. Therefore, the protests of merchants were about this matter, and this is a correct matter. With the intentions to destroy, to destabilize the country, standing behind devout, healthy and revolutionary merchants, exploiting their protests, creating unrest, this is absolutely unacceptable. We will not yield to the enemy. Relying and trusting in God Almighty and confident in the support of the people, God willing, with divine grace, we will bring the enemy to its knees. That American, officials, talks nonsense about the Iranian nation, saying some bad things, making some promises, false and deceptive promises to support protests. Fortunately, today, the Iranian nation has recognized the U.S. There was a time when they didn't recognize it, but today, the U.S. has been disgraced in the world. Everyone knows this. It's not just specific to Iran. The people have recognized the enemy, and this is a great success. We insisted on explaining it for the people. The people saw it for themselves during the 12-day war.